Good evening, everyone. I'm getting ready to make another recipe from the pumpkin recipe book. This is a savory recipe. It's twice baked potatoes. I'm not going to show the recipe because I think it's pretty unique. I don't mind showing recipes from cookbooks when it's all over the internet and it's, you know, a recipe that's been done 100 times, but I really feel like this one is unique. And so if you want this one, you're going to have to buy the book. I'm not sponsored. I bought this book. I found it at Ollie's. You can find it on Amazon for less than $10. But the first thing I did was take 2 russet potatoes, bake them for an hour. The stuffing is going to have some half and half in it, Parmesan cheese that I need to grate, pumpkin. It does say canned pumpkin. I'm straying. I'm using fresh pumpkin. This is pumpkin puree that I made earlier this morning. And it has sea salt, pepper, and thyme. It says if you had fresh sage to use sage instead. Believe it or not, that cat is named Sage. Hey, Sage. Honey bunny, look over here. The recipe calls for sage. I named you after a spice, but they want fresh, and I did not grow any this year. So I'm gonna get these. First thing, I have to cut these potatoes in half, scoop out the inside, get all the ingredients mashed together. So this is a twice baked potato. I personally have never made twice baked potatoes. My husband has. He's made like a cheesy one that I absolutely love. But I was looking for savory pumpkin recipes because most recipes you see is sweet, like pumpkin pie, pumpkin bars. Pretty much the savory one I always see is like 20 million different versions of soup. My husband does not want pumpkin soup, but he's willing to try this potato. So that is what I like about this book. There is a lot of sweet recipes in here, but there's also a pretty good fair share of savory recipes. And like I said, that's why I really don't want to show it because I feel that's pretty unique. Because I know last year I cooked a lot of pumpkin and I just wasn't seeing any good savory recipes. I really wish I would have had this last year. So let me get grating the cheese and opening up those pumpkins. Potatoes. I said opening pumpkins. You know what I mean. It's not a video unless I say something wrong. So here I am. This is my favorite grater. I need a cup of Parmesan cheese. I had Robert scoop out the boats for me before since he's done it, and I was afraid I'd get too far to the skin. So now I mash up the potato, add all the other ingredients, and mix it all together. Robert was concerned I was going to use all that pumpkin puree. No, it was only 1/4 cup of pumpkin. And then he's mixing all the spices together for me, including the cheese. And then we're going to put them back into the potato boats and bake in the oven at 400 for 10 minutes. I assume it's 400 because it doesn't, the temperature when we baked the potatoes earlier, it was 400 and it doesn't mention the temperature again. So I assume that's, do you remember the temperature you used for yours?
I had 400, but
okay.
I also had something on top. Mine had some cheese on top, so that's it should be fine.
Okay. I just thought that was a bit high, but if you did 400, recipe should be good. Pepper,
don't be.
All the cats are like, let me help.
You feral cat.
Yes, I name all my cats after spices. I feel like I should have set aside some of the Parmesan cheese to sprinkle on top, but I didn't.
We have more of them. More. There's always room for more.
Should I shred a little more to put on top? Do you think that would look pretty?
Sure.
All right, sure. This was a little more finely shredded that was left over from last week, and we found that in the fridge. That's also Parmesan cheese, and so if you just sprinkle that on top, it's never too much cheese in Robert's mind. So now we're gonna bake this for 10 minutes. Here is the potatoes. So I just cooked it for 10 minutes. Maybe I could have put it under the broiler to make it melt, but I'm happy with how it looks. It's close to what the picture shows. All right, so taste testing my potatoes. So I am a huge pumpkin fan. My husband is not. He loves pumpkin pie and that's it. He don't want anything else pumpkin, but he was willing to give this one a try. So can you taste the pumpkin?
No. And that's why I like it. I like the flavor of pumpkin in a pie, but it just bothers me that it's in other things. I don't know. That's all we had was pumpkin pie.
So it was only 1/4 cup. So he already says you can't taste the pumpkin.
Yeah, I can't taste it. That makes me happy.
I eat the skin too. I like the skin. I agree. If you wouldn't have told me there was pumpkin in it, I wouldn't know there was pumpkin in it.
It's a beautiful thing.
It is a good twice baked potato, though. I don't know. I've done 3 recipes out of this pumpkin book so far, and 2 out of 3, you can't taste the pumpkin. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna keep trying because, you know, I still got a bunch of pumpkins left, but I don't know. It's good, but Robert's twice baked potato recipe is better. But I'm glad I tried it.